You are entering a dimension of both upness and downness, of fact and fiction, where reality stretches the mind and booty holes. A place where no one can hear you scream. You've just crossed over into a land of mystery. Are you down?
Chip. Spooky.
Hey! Whoa.
That's great. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome.
Welcome to You're Not Down,
Episode 32 with Mike and Luis.
the only podcast responsible for sending the shivers down your spine.
And all the way to the booty hole, I guess, right?
Just right there, stretching it out.
Yeah, welcome, guys. I feel like we got to say, look, because obviously we've thanked people for being audio listeners and the video watchers. We love you guys all the same. But if you guys aren't watching the video, just watch this one, I think, because you guys got to see what we're dressed as.
Yeah.
We want to do a Halloween episode. Mike, do you want to?
Well, let me introduce myself.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'm Mike Rubiostein. Steen? Yeah, I don't know. Stein.
Yes.
Frankenstein. I'm Frankenstein.
I was going to say, yeah, Mike's clearly a Jewish, Jewish something.
Jewish Frankenstein.
Yeah, and I guess that means I am Luis.
The mayor of Flavortown.
I'm Guy Fieri. That's how you pronounce his name. Do you know that?
Yeah, Fieri.
Fieri. He
Yeah.
makes sure to do it.
Yeah.
That's Flavortown, bro. We got a Nesquik protein powder.
Cheers
Flavor.
to that.
I actually looked at how he talked before this episode. I had a whole thing planned.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You're killing it.
But yeah, no,
Well, I have black teeth.
Mike's got black teeth. He's got a full, and you guys know we don't always record. We don't record on Wednesday. This isn't coming to you guys live. It is currently 2:10 in the morning.
It is.
A few days before the release, and I want you guys to picture Mike had to paint his face green at the wee hours of the night.
Yeah, it's kind of a grayish green we got going on here.
Yeah, you got you're going green face. I don't know who that could be offensive to.
Yeah.
But green face, he's got the headpiece.
I do.
Yeah, you got the stitches. You got the hair. You look amazing, man. I've told you that before we started rolling. I love it. And then, Flavortown. I got a goatee now.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. And like sickening.
Not sick like
no, not a sick like rad.
No, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
I did this right before you got here too, actually, because it's part of it. And like the thing is, I'm hanging out with someone that I haven't seen since I was 19.
Yeah,
like tomorrow.
Yeah, and you're gonna rock the goat?
I have to. I got no other choice. Yeah. Well, shit. We're already a little bit in, but might as well hit them with the follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
You could do that at You're Not Down Pod. You do have to spell one word right. The rest, it's kind of up in there.
You got to spell you're right.
Yeah, you got to do that.
You got to not be a dum-dum.
Don't be a dum-dum. Do that. Follow us there. Send us an email at yndpod@gmail.com for anything you want to do.
Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Get your name shout out on this podcast, guys. We look forward to getting those from you. You guys have been killing it recently. Send us some more. Make some fake accounts or something. I don't know. It all helps.
Cool. So I guess that can only mean this week we have the spooky fun fact.
Very spooky.
It's the least spooky voices,
dude,
I've ever heard.
Why don't you hit us with your fun fact of the week?
I'm gonna do a fun fact. Kind of spooky related. My uncle. He plays the stunt double for Jason Voorhees.
In
Freddy vs. Jason.
Dude, that's awesome.
Have I said that before?
No.
Okay, well, there it is.
I mean, not on the podcast. But I knew your uncle, he's done some other things like that,
Oh,
right?
yeah, he's a tall man. And so he's my uncle technically.
Yeah.
But he's just a guy that married my aunt. You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, some schmuck who just... He went from your uncle to some guy, some tall guy.
God, I have no respect for that guy. I ain't never calling him uncle. Deal. Never. No, I mean, because I feel like I got to specify that because, he's played Jason, who's he's a big, scary guy.
Yeah.
And he gets a lot of monster roles. Those are his acting gigs. So he's a tall guy. If he was my blood uncle, no one's hiring a 5'2",
yeah, you're right.
5'2" monster,
Right.
So that's how you know we're not related.
Beer belly.
Yeah, no, he's done And he's done big movies. Fuck, I just realized my sunglasses aren't on. He's done big movies.
Increase the perv factor by 10.
Yeah, he was an ice monster in Thor.
Okay.
He was in The Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell. He played a Sleestack. But just, he's a monster guy.
Yeah.
He was in one of the Conjuring movies as the werewolf.
Oh, okay.
I think
Very
Annabelle.
Cool. He was in that one movie that takes place on the internet.
Yeah, Unfriended.
Yeah.
The Dark Web, the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, he is an actor. He's written stuff before. And he loves Halloween too, you know?
Yeah.
So the fact that he's kind of in that world, like, dream come true. But he also wants to get his face out there.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we have him on as a guest. Fishing for guests.
That'd be the end of his career, I think. His acting career.
Sitting across from an idiot dressed as Frankenstein and Guy Fieri.
And a pervert.
Yeah.
I still ain't calling him uncle, though.
Yeah, no, me either.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for a fun fact.
That's a really good fun fact, man. I like that. My fact, it's Halloween related, not very spooky.
Okay.
But I've won multiple Halloween award, like during the Halloween parades in school.
Yeah.
I've won a couple of those, quite a few. I've been pretty proud of my Halloween dress up skills.
Okay. And we're talking middle school?
Yeah, it was kind of middle school age.
Mm-hmm.
A couple winners. One time I was Dennis Rodman as a pimp.
Okay.
I had a mask of Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
And I realized maybe now not the right environment to put on a mask of a person of color.
I mean, at least it was a mask.
But also a pimp. It was not great.
Yeah, that costume didn't age well.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the time, because look, the line keeps getting drawn back. What's okay, what's not.
Right.
We were kids. We don't know. At the time, that was fine.
Yeah, it was perfect.
You won, right?
Yeah, but also I think I was able to get away with it because Dennis Rodman is an eccentric person.
Yeah.
You know, like he dressed up in, colorful stuff and whatever, women's clothes and whatever.
You didn't, I mean, obviously you had a mask. You didn't go blackface. You didn't go black hand, did you?
I did not go. The hands were still white as ever.
Okay. But see, that's how you know your heart was in a good place.
Yeah,
it was just a good, clever costume.
Right. I was also a nun at one point.
Okay.
I think. That was just old lady.
I was a pope one time.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
We're kind of
we're
parallel going.
Parallel universes.
It's very sacrilegious shit, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. A fat farmer, a stuffed overalls. I bought overalls from my cousin, and I put a pillow in there and like a farmer mask and a flannel shirt or something. Just winning awards left and right.
What's funny is right before we started recording, I asked if you had a fun fact ready, and I told you I had two.
Oh yeah,
that was my second one. I always won the Halloween contest.
Oh no way!
Yeah, ever since I was a kid, and like, I mean, I was a scarecrow as well. Same overalls. We actually stuffed corn husks.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that's just stuff that Mexican families have
for the tamales.
Yeah, we didn't have tamales that year because we used them all on the costume. But man, I won every year, man, and I was always very proud of it.
Yeah, for sure.
I never had a Dennis Rodman mask.
Nope.
But I went as a pope. I went as a biker. Went as a chef.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, carrying a rubber chicken around.
And you're a chef now.
Am I? Oh, hey! I forgot Flavor Town, bitches.
And I'm in Greenface, so we haven't diverged too far from our.
We're stuck in our ways.
School age, yeah.
Stuck in our ways, but somehow making it okay for today's society.
For sure. No, I do take pride in Halloween, though. I've dressed up before as my all-time favorite, Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
And I got to give a shout out to the meat for that one.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the meat.
Yeah, that was her idea. But see, the trouble I find myself in today is I have this goatee, and it limits a lot of what you can be.
A lot, yeah.
You know, because one time I dressed up as Forrest Gump. He doesn't have a goatee.
No, he doesn't.
That was kind of dumb. But yeah, I absolutely love Halloween. I love dressing up.
That's one thing, because it's like I host a Halloween party almost every year for the past 3 years now.
Yeah.
And then my cousin the Jet hosts his as well. And you guys, you and the meat always just blow everyone out of the water, out of the park,
water. Yeah.
Every time, because you had the KFC. She was a bucket of chicken.
She was a bucket of chicken, right?
And then because you were Forrest Gump, the meat was in a wheelchair.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, she tucked her legs in somewhere too. Like it looked real.
We tied the knots into the pants and whatever.
And I think someone who didn't know her at that party actually thought she was
in a wheelchair. She was wheelchair bound.
No, you
She
guys
also
kill it.
she's a trooper though, because she put makeup on her face to draw a beard
Yeah.
as Lieutenant Dan. She just sat in the party the whole time.
Yeah, no, you guys literally kill it every single year. And like I'm always and that's the thing, because as a kid I was winning all the contests, and now here come these two people fucking killing it every year. I'm like, damn it, like no, I'm supposed to be the good one.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? You guys also always keep your costumes a secret.
Very secretive.
You've never once told me your costume.
I don't know if that's a tradition or not, or if that's just something we do in my family.
Yeah.
Do you share your costumes?
I usually do, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's who cares?
Dude, I won't even tell people, like at work, people started asking me like, "Oh, what are you
Yeah.
gonna be?" And I couldn't
Just
even
you
tell them I was
wait.
gonna be Frankenstein. They might not. They don't even watch the podcast. They'll never know. I'm not gonna divulge that information beforehand.
No, see what's funny? It's because like last week we were talking about like, no, we need to dress up for the next podcast. You know, it's gonna be the Halloween episode. And you already had your mask or your headpiece ordered.
Yeah.
And you said, do you want to know what it is? And I was like, is that allowed, first of all? So you told me it was a Frankenstein headpiece. That it's a classic thing you had as a kid. But I guess that just means I have trust issues. Because
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way he's telling me this one time.
Yeah.
You know, like he's messing with me. He's fucking with me. And so then I come up with this costume, Guy Fieri. And I was like, oh, fuck, Mike's coming as Guy Fieri. I know it.
That would have been great, right?
Because when you first bleached your hair, that was the comparison that was made.
Yeah.
But that I was waiting for you to burst through that door. Flavortown.
Flavortown, USA. No, funny thing about this headpiece is we had this same thing when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to think about this podcast. I had this podcast in mind. I was trying to think, what should I be? And I had this memory of this ridiculous headpiece of Frankenstein, just the top portion of the head for the audio listeners, just the top portion of a Frankenstein head.
Mhm.
And it was that kind of thing that was like always on the bottom of the toy chest, or like you know when you clean your room or something and you're going through old stuff, you
Mhm.
find something weird and you gotta like put it on. You know, it's just like a thing that everyone does.
Why is that a thing?
Because you're never gonna wear it again. I have no idea,
Yeah.
but this was like the item that I did that to. It was just always kind of laying around somewhere all dusty.
Yeah.
It could be like March 5th. I'm cleaning my room and now I have a Frankenstein helmet on.
Yeah, me and my whole family did some cleaning recently. We were cleaning out storage and we found luchador masks.
Oh, yeah.
And the rest of the cleaning day, me and all my brothers were wearing luchador
It's a must. It's a must. It's that extra motivation you need to get through it, you know?
Yeah, no, so we have a couple of things planned.
Yeah.
Some Halloween. But I mean, just before getting into it, I was curious.
Yeah.
You got favorite scary movie? Because you got the like traditional.
Yeah. I think favorite scary movies, Child's Play with Chucky.
Sure, yeah.
I think they're more of the villains that I like.
Yeah. Because it's like the slasher films, if you're into that, but that's not considered slasher, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
Not
it's
the movie, man.
it's the big giants.
Yeah.
You got Jason, you got Freddy, you got Michael Myers,
sure.
and Chucky. Chucky's part of that.
I really like Friday the 13th. Well, that's
Mhm.
Jason, right?
Yeah.
And I have the memory of when
I already know.
Yeah,
it.
when we watched it in my backyard. We had scary movie nights in my backyard. I projected onto the screen, and I invite Luis over to come watch it with us. And we watched Friday the 13th one, the
Yep.
first one.
Uh-huh.
2 hours into the movie, he leans over and says, "When's Jason gonna come out?" Fun fact about that movie, and I hope it's not a spoiler alert. He's not in the first movie.
I'd never seen Friday the 13th. I was always a Freddy guy.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and like I also went to film school. I probably should have seen the classics.
The classics.
Yeah, but had never seen it. And so we're watching, and it wasn't even that we were drinking. I was legitimately waiting for him to come out. Because whenever you hear Friday the 13th, Jason's on the cover.
It's Jason.
He's on the cover of the first one, isn't he?
It's a silhouette of him.
Well, see, that's false advertising. They're freaking
Yeah.
tricking me. They just wanted to make me look stupid in front of my friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 2 hours, and I'm like, hold on. How long is this movie? Because I guess this is still Act 1.
Is this the right movie?
This is the prologue. Is that a word? Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Sure. Epilogue. No, that's the end.
Eh.
Point is,
Pointer.
yeah, no, I was always a Freddy guy. I was always a Freddy guy. And the thing is, my uncle Latchkey,
Yeah.
Uncle
Shout
Latchkey,
out.
shout out to Latchkey
Latchkey.
Coffee. He loved Freddy Krueger, and he loved all of them. I think Michael Myers is his favorite, but he's my uncle who's pretty young. He's my half uncle technically, so the age gap is a little bit slimmer. But so I looked up to him a lot, and I wanted to be just like him. And so because he thought Freddy was cool, I thought Freddy was cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was terrified.
Yeah.
I pretended to like it because that's just what the cool thing was. You know,
You already have trouble sleeping, and
Yeah.
and then you choose to like the villain who attacks you in your sleep.
because if Lachi thinks it's cool, then I think it's cool.
That means it's cool.
Fucking cool. Yeah, no. So I have a memory that I mean, we were raised Catholic, and so my mom, she's worked in a Catholic church her whole life, or my whole life.
Mhm.
And I remember I must have been like 9, 10, you know,
Yeah.
and it was time to go to the parish fiesta.
Okay.
You remember those?
Yeah. Those are the best.
Yeah, but Nightmare on Elm Street was on TV. And I was like, no, Mom, I don't want to go. That was my cholo face. No, Mom, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. And I was like, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to watch Nightmare on Elm Street. She's like, no, like, you got to come. You have to come. I'm like, no, I want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street. She's like, okay, you know what? You're fine. And I was young. She's never left me home alone before.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, you know what? Fine. You know, just lock the doors. If you need anything, you know my number.
Yeah.
You know my number. But if I call you, or if the phone rings, don't answer it. Wait 3 times, 3 rings, and then you're gonna hear the voicemail. If you hear me saying, answer the phone, it's me. Then you can answer.
Oh, this sounds like a beginning of a scary movie.
But I mean, like, I guess I wasn't even allowed to answer the phone at that age. That's how young I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, I'm officially a man.
Yeah.
I grew a chest hair at that point. But it's like, yeah, now I have the house to myself. I'm watching my favorite quote unquote movie. And so now she leaves. And so I'm watching and I'm like, all right, this is cool. And the phone rings. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to let it ring. Maybe it's a sales call, whatever.
Yeah.
It rings. It goes to voicemail. You've reached the Castillo residence. Beep. And it was dark and eerie music.
Oh.
I was like, like, no. I shit you not. I sprinted, grabbed a jacket, and booked it outside, hoping that my mom was still in the driveway.
Yeah.
Like trying to catch her, you know?
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, she was. She just called from her. She had a Halloween CD or something.
Yeah.
And played that. Scarred me for life. Still, I think that's when I started developing night terrors.
Yeah. And haven't grown a chest hair since.
No, I still got the one.
Still got the one.
It actually blew away in the wind when I got scared that day.
Real quick,
Yeah.
one of my favorite modern scary movie,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's a suspenseful movie. It's actually all suspense, and that's why I love it.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity.
It's great.
Wasn't that fantastic?
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why there's so many sequels is because, I mean, studios like easy stuff. Too,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
Didn't cost them a lot of money. The actors got paid dog shit.
Right.
And
That's the real terror.
Yeah. And
Terror.
it's all like home surveillance footage, whatever
Right.
it is, you know? Cost the studio nothing, scared people to their core,
Mhm.
and they just raked in.
Yeah,
money.
for
But
sure.
it's good.
It literally had your heart pounding the entire time. No easy jump scares or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
They played the suspense perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that movie.
Nothing happens till literally the second before the movie ends.
Right. I didn't like that part.
Yeah, no. That,
I thought it was cheap.
yeah.
But yeah, the whole movie was great.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, like I said, we do have a couple of things planned.
Yeah.
We asked you, the fans.
You. the fans.
I keep looking at my fucking camera. I forget I look like this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Also, quick note: we did light this a little bit differently for the video. It looks a little bit spooky.
Yeah, we got a spooky scene going on here.
Yeah. Yeah. So last week we asked you guys to send us some scary stories because I've said a few. I feel like we really blew our load early in the game.
Yeah, we hit that a little too early.
I said all the scary stories that I have, all my sleep paralysis and stuff in fucking like May.
For sure.
You know?
And then you brought up my fear of the haunted mazes.
Yeah. That's literally any good thing we have to say about Halloween and what we love about
Yeah.
it. Already said.
For sure.
Middle of May.
But it got us here to the
Yeah,
32nd episode. I don't even know if we mentioned that up top. 32.
32. Yeah, so we asked you guys to like send us a few scary stories. And here's the thing, man. This is how loyal I am to you as a co-host. I want Are you just looking at yourself? I lost you for a second.
Scary thing. I'm scared. I'm staring.
Is that your scary face?
Yeah.
Mike's just staring off into the distance.
What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I asked you guys to send us scary movies. And I want to read them, but I didn't read them myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a genuine reaction.
Good.
Yeah, we got a little music here. Set the scene a little bit. Okay.
Is this copyrighted?
Yeah, we can't make money off of this episode.
All right, that's fine. We haven't made $1 yet. So,
all right. This first story comes from our listener and fan, Sylvia Paola. A little over 5 years ago, This is Sylvia, by the way, talking. This is how she sounds.
Yeah.
I'm not.
A little over 5 years ago.
It's been smoking for years.
5 years.
A little over 5 years ago, I was coming home from a night out. As the great girl I am, I obviously needed to wash my makeup off before going to bed, so proceeded to do that. But in the bathroom. The door was halfway open, and you can see across the hallway into a portion of the living room. All lights were off, except the light I was using in the bathroom. I'm hunched over the sink, and as I add the last scoop of water to my face, I guess they measure in scoops there.
Yeah, it's a scoop measurement. The 3 scoops minimum.
And as I add the last scoop of water to my face, I feel this presence, an energy I cannot ignore. I look out to the door and see a floating spirit dressed in white with a veil on read that terribly wrong. Floating spirit dressed in white with a veil on, passed by in the living room. I'm looking at the back of this spirit and am frozen. I was not drunk or under any kind of influence. My body is paralyzed at this point, in shock at WTF I'm staring at. Next thing, the spirit turns as if looking in my direction, and boy, was it an evil-looking woman. Gray in color, eyes squinting, just angry. I start hyperventilating. Grab my face towel and just run into my sister's room, hide under the blankets, and start praying. I wait!
Oh, very spooky one.
I wait.
Yeah, very scary.
I wasn't lying when I said I haven't read these.
Part of me thinks, was the scary ghostly woman, she saw her face in the reflection with 1 scoop of water, like and makeup running down her face.
Wait, that kind of it? Yeah.
Yeah, she looked up and she saw her reflection with half makeup on.
It's kind of like a filter almost, because you got some of the makeup.
Yeah, all smeared.
Yeah.
Dude, very nice story.
Pretty spooky. Yeah, I mean, because like I've said my sleep paralysis stuff. I've seen an old woman at the foot of my bed.
Yeah.
But that, because I feel like with mine, since I was in the state of sleep, and it was something that kind of faded away from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing that and to like be able to describe it in that much detail and see an angry face.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
That's not good. I've seen a woman at the foot of my bed too.
And you don't believe in spirits?
Nah. Ghostly white woman just sitting at the bed, like kind of like with a caring look on her face, like she's watching over me like I'm a baby or something.
Not a caring looking face, not a Karen looking face. She's about
to she's not gonna complain to the manager. No,
that's she used to live there. Now there's a Mexican man in her house.
Yeah,
and won't get out.
He's in her bed.
Call the police.
Yeah, no, that's quite the fear. I just turned over and went to sleep though.
Dude,
that's how that story
how do you
ended.
do that, man?
I don't believe it. I just figured I was tired. But this is not the episode for that. This is the episode for spooky. You know what? Another fun fact about me.
What's up?
I gotta sleep with doors closed. I cannot have the door open. What? I think as a kid, I had a fear of like waking up and looking at the crease of the door and seeing a figure there. Mm-hmm. So,
hold on. Was that a fucking demon in here?
I don't think the mic ever picks up the sounds.
Never, but that sounded scary.
Yeah, that was a weird sound.
Mike's throat just summoned something. That was a Latin-ass gargle.
Yeah, for sure. Let me out. Yes, that was kind of a fear. Until this day, I sleep doors closed.
Yeah, it's funny because I I've mentioned my brother Favi's sleep terrors, night terrors. He speaks in his sleep. He laughs in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to separate myself from that. I don't want him to just barge in there one night and choke me out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want the door all the way closed because having it all the way closed makes me feel trapped. So I just have it slightly ajar.
Oh, no, that's the worst time. Because that's when it opens up and it's like,
Oh, come on, man. You forget that I sleep here later
Yeah, you're
by
right.
myself.
yeah, it's going to be the devil's hour by the time we're done
I
recording
know,
this.
and I was thinking about that, and I didn't even want to speak it into existence. It's witching hour.
Yeah, here we are.
Oh, boy. Okay,
You got another story for us?
we have another story.
Guys, buckle in.
This one comes from also Silvia Paula.
Okay, she needs help.
And cue the music. This story takes place in Guadalajara.
The scariest of all.
Cut the music. Why is Mexico haunted? All of Mexico.
I don't know. It's just like
The whole thing.
there's something very creepy about religion, like imagery, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Jesus on a crucifix, crying blood,
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. You're exposed to that at such a young age.
Yeah.
It's no wonder everyone has night terrors.
But like, and I mean, yeah, no, it's usually religion. And then, because every movie that you see, the crosses start turning upside down.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But no, then you hear La Llorona, you hear all these things.
Yeah.
Everything takes place in Mexico.
Yeah,
Why is that?
that's why. Never mind.
Oh, God.
Yep.
All right, where were we? This story takes place in Guadalajara. One time, while on a tour of the city, tours in quotations,
Oh,
must
very
have really fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Waste of money there.
Not much to see. You can see that from just walking.
If you look to the left, poverty. If you look to the right, more poverty. One time while on the tour of the city, my cousin drives by an old, creepy, horror story looking cemetery called Panteón Belén.
Translation?
Panteón means cemetery.
Okay.
Belén. I could be wrong, but I think it means Bethlehem.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure that's right. Imagine the doors look like the tall black iron gates of the Beast's property from Beauty and the Beast. Oh, this is kind of
Okay,
a nice.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, Disney, I'm not
Yeah,
scared
yeah.
anymore. The gate had the biggest chain wrapped around it and secured with an ancient-looking lock. It's closed. The car stopped right in front of the entrance. Obviously, I would never set foot in the cemetery. Period. We are just looking beyond the gate. Really,
Did she type period? Or she
did
just
type,
put a period?
She typed period.
Okay.
We are just looking beyond the gate, really into darkness. Out of nowhere. Period, 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 period. Those were periods.
Okay.
An older man with bulging erection. Oh, sorry. Eyeballs. Eyeballs.
Bulging eyeballs.
Bulging eyeballs.
Bulging balls of eyes.
Yellow teeth and gold rings on every finger approaches our vehicle. Again, this is just Mexico.
This is Mexico.
Look, we appreciate the stories coming in, but you're just describing Mexico
Yeah,
so far.
it's a little racist that you think that's scary.
Yeah, honestly.
That's just another culture.
That's my uncle.
Yeah,
That's my
for
uncle.
sure.
He loves rings.
He has yellow teeth. They're probably some of them are gold.
Yeah. The window is open and he leans in, asking if we want to go inside. Pondering face emoji. Pondering
Okay.
face emoji. Says he can give us a tour in his old black Mustang parked next to us. Also Mexico.
Also, tour in quotation marks. You don't get tours don't take place in black Ford Mustangs.
Wait, hold up. There's a geotag of where she's sending this story from. In someone's basement. I think it's this guy's with the rings. We were the only car on the street when we pulled up initially. Where did the car come from? 2 shrugging emojis. With skin complexion peach. We are trying to shake this man away, but start to notice the lock on the gate behind him starts to move by itself. Eyes wide open emoji. At this point, we are really trying to leave. Off in the distance, past the gate, and a floating red ribbon is seen as if it was being moved by wind. But there was no wind at all. My cousin finally decides to just step on it, and drive away. We look back, not even halfway down the block. No man, nor car in sight behind us. One-way street.
Oh,
Highway!
Very spooky.
Pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Pretty spooky. Mexico.
I feel like I'm gonna judge the narration of it. I mean, not the narration of it. The way she wrote it out.
I was about to say that was
No.
just my best Sylvia.
Yeah, no, you
impression.
did a good one.
Thank you.
But I don't want to roast the audience story, right?
Yeah. It sounds like you're about to.
Maybe when telling a scary story, less emojis. Emojis kind of playful.
Okay.
All
I
right.
mean,
That's my point, and then we
I
can move on
guess
from
that's
there.
my fault. I said it and I said period.
But you don't put that in scary stories. But let's get on to the story.
Yeah.
Creepy man with bulging eyes.
Mexico.
Mexico.
Gold rings.
Gold rings.
Mexico.
Trash on the floor.
Mexico. Mustang. Black
Me-
Mustang.
Mexico.
Yeah. With two hubcaps
It
missing.
just sounds like Mexico.
It's two of the tires are spare tires for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like Mexico.
Sounds like Mexico. Mexico is a scary place. I don't know if that was a haunted story per se.
The setting, the first sentence that takes place in Guadalajara was the scariest part
That's the
about
scariest
it.
part about it, yeah. She's lucky she came back with all her fingers.
Gosh, I'm sorry that just registered that you're terrified of losing your fingers going to Mexico. We have another story. This is from someone else, but I want you to read it
Okay.
because I don't want to just hog it all.
I'm not good at reading, but I'll try my best.
All right, you got the phone. Now, is he ready?
Yeah. This story is brought to you by Natalie de Anda.
Oh shit! Scary ass name.
She says, so I have several haunted stories. Several happened between different, let me read it in normal voice probably. Between different people, and there's always a witness. That's why I can honestly say this is a haunted story, because someone is always a witness.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay,
It's a
moving
lot
on
of
to the story.
exposition
Yeah.
here.
Oh shoot.
Is the ink disappearing? Are the words
No, no,
disappearing?
hold on.
That's scary.
Someone is always a witness. Are used to work in a building in Azusa.
Oh, you know what? Quick disclaimer. She did tell me that she sent this with her voice command. And
Okay.
so there's definitely typos
Yeah,
in there.
I was like, am I drunk off this protein power and Nesquik is really getting to me.
And because I know you said you're not good at reading just a bit ago. And I was like, oh boy, I'm embarrassing him.
Okay, so they're in a building in Azusa, wherever that is. Everybody knew it was a haunted building. Ask anybody who worked in the industry. They'll always tell you Azusa building is haunted. The apparent story is that the owner's daughter at some point got locked in a vault back in the 20s. So I say they used to not have air filters. So if you get locked in, basically you lost air and suffocated and
Oh, boy.
died. Well, the story is we're a long way in and we haven't got the story yet. Okay, reading it. Well, the story is one weekend she got locked in the vault. They set timers and she was trapped in there the entire weekend. She died and her spirit haunts that branch. Now there are two separate stories that are the worst of the worst for all of us over accumulating my 5 years there that talk about haunted stories, and here are the worst. Okay, that was just a prologue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You got to set the scene.
Okay.
Azusa, California.
The first is between Adriana and Nancy.
Those sound like spooky bitches.
The building had a flag, and so of course with every disaster you have to put the flag at half mast so that the flag is actually on the roof, because it is on the roof and there is no entry through the actual building. There's a separate hallway, cement walls, 3-story flights of stairs, and basically like the shittiest light source you can imagine. The whole this whole hallway up, and no more than 2 people can fit in the hallway at one time. So imagine a narrow hallway, dark up. Nancy and Adriana went up to put the flag at half mast, and on their way back, back down. Both of them said that in the middle of summer, they got really cold.
Okay.
They got really cold, right?
Yeah. Also, the video for the theme song is loading. It's buffering. But please just keep going.
In the hallway, and Nancy swore that she felt someone pulling her the entire time. Well, Nancy told Adriana, hey, something's pulling me. Adriana rolled her eyes and continued walking downstairs. Well, they got up to the second level, and all of a sudden, both girls heard this ear-shattering scream of agony out of nowhere. Both of the girls were on the roof by themselves. In order to get into this hallway, you have to go down the side of the building, which is empty with their security cameras. Well, both of them look directly at each other and look at horror and ran out of the building. Nancy and Adriana were never able to explain the scream. They checked the security cameras. They checked the footage. They checked everything. Asked around, nobody heard a scream. Nobody heard anybody scream at them. But both of them can to this day recall the sound of that horrible scream. Neither of them, for the rest of their time at the branch, ever went back up. They swore they both heard the scream and that it happened. I That's the story you gave me to read.
I apologize.
Very good story. First of all, let's talk about this. Let's break it down a little bit because we need to recap the TDLR version.
Yeah. Azusa.
TLRD.
Azusa, California.
It's Azusa, California.
She used her speech to text feature.
There was a branch. Makes me think it's a bank, right?
Yeah.
She mentioned branch and vault. That's a bank.
Yeah.
So they were in charge of putting the flag at half mast.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to go up a creepy hallway to do it.
Yeah.
Well, on the way to do that, they heard one of them felt pulling.
Yeah.
The other one rolled her eyes, right? Get over yourself.
Yeah.
No, ain't no one trying to pull you in nowhere until they heard a blood-curdling scream.
Blood-curdling.
They swore that it happened.
Yeah.
Nobody believed them.
The tone that you're saying, it sounds like you don't believe them either.
I don't. I'm having a hard time understanding the story. I'm just recapping it for myself.
Yeah. To try to make sense of what you just read.
So that's what it was.
The scariest part about this story is just the structural flaws of this place.
Yeah. What if there's a fire?
Yeah. No, like that's not up to code.
No.
That's bad for everyone.
Yeah, they should close down that vault, not only because it's haunted, because someone died in the vault in the 20s.
Yeah.
But also because it's poorly lit.
I wonder if this is Azusa, Mexico. Because also just sounds like just a geographic flaws.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, no, because I believe it. Whenever someone tells me a story, I always like to believe it. That for sure happened. I believe that was a scream. And see, you're over here kind of making fun of the story. I low-key did kind of get scared. And then the music cuts out. My Wi-Fi still isn't working. I was like, oh no, there's
shit
interference.
Is happening.
There's interference.
They're coming to stop us?
Yeah. If I were to tell don't play, man. I'm starting to regret doing this episode because I'm already like I feel weird.
Yeah, you got the goose pimples.
Oh, that's the worst phrase word.
I've been waiting to bring that up.
I could tell. That was the perfect moment to do it.
Who says that? It's Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, there's novels based off it. They turned into a movie.
Goose pimples sounds like some weird spooky STD.
Yeah.
Got goose pimples on my. What was the bulging
back acne?
The bulging balls.
Yeah, the bulging eyeballs and goose pimples.
No, man. This is a. I do feel a little bit weird, like my back, the hairs on my
going, well, don't turn around now.
Don't look. I didn't even want to mention it, but when we were talking, I saw your eyes go up, like look behind me. I was like, "What's there, man? What's there? What are you looking at?" All right. Look, man, I do have an extra bed here if you want to sleep over.
No, I'm good.
No,
this place is haunted. Why would I want to do that?
Okay. Should we read the second story?
Yeah, if you want to do it, you're the better reader.
Let me give it a shot.
Yeah.
I feel like her story was for sure typed out perfectly. You just were having a series of mini strokes.
It might have been that, but also I was confused because the whole prologue was I have a scary story, and this is a scary story,
yeah.
and this is the first of the two scary stories. But it took a whole paragraph to say that. Again, not judge. I'm not judging. I'm trying not to judge. Thank you for your submission.
After just tearing her to shreds.
I'm sorry. I'm a bad reader.
Man. Yeah, okay.
I'll do it.
All right, I guess this is where the second story goes.
Here it goes.
Wi-Fi is still out, but we're going to do editing magic because the song will start right here.
Now.
So the second story is with me and my best friend Diana. Me and Diana. Damn it. Many strokes.
Terrifying.
Me and Diana were upstairs in the break room. And in this break room is where all the security cameras are. Mind you, there's several monitors that cover every inch of this building. So me and her were on lunch, and we can clearly see on the security camera that there is no one on the second floor. The only people on the second floor is, you guessed it, me and Diana. Well, one day, while we were having lunch, all of a sudden we heard somebody talking, me and her. Both
heard that.
Oh,
They
heard
both-
somebody talking. Me and her both shut up and looked at the cameras to see if anyone was upstairs with us. But no one was.
Nobody was there.
So me and her continued to eat our lunch because we thought we might have heard an echo or something from downstairs. Well, a few minutes later, me and her were just bad grammar at this point. I'm just kidding, Natalie. Me and her were laughing about something or another in our conversation. And once again, we heard someone shush us. But this time so loud that it seemed like the person was in the room with us. Me and her looked at the cameras and saw everyone accounted for downstairs. No one was upstairs. We looked each other in the eye, asked if the other one said anything when we realized no one said anything. Me and her turned white as can be and booked it downstairs, never to eat lunch in the break room again for the rest of the year. The trippy thing about the stories is that someone else is witness to have this moment happen. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is anybody whose work at that building has similar stories to ours, and there's always a witness present. Something is always said, and it's never been able to be properly explained because we have camera and footage of the incident, but probably have just us being scared and running away. Sorry it was too long to text, so I tried to speak to type this. Let me know if something doesn't make sense. Spooky!
I guess you know a lot of it doesn't make sense. Very scary.
Pretty scary.
Ay, way! Very scary story. So this is a haunted ass building.
It sounds like she needs to get another job. Jesus.
Yeah.
She needs another job. She's
Yeah.
got to quit.
Yeah, for sure. She already can't. She stopped eating lunch for a year.
Yeah.
She just can't do it up there no more.
Mm-hmm. You can't pay me any sum of money to deal with a ghost.
Right.
If you know a ghost is in the building,
Right.
What do you do?
Someone died, got suffocated,
Yeah.
locked in a vault,
Mm-hmm.
filled with money. Think about that imagery. Oh, fuck. Who that? Who there? Who there? Dude, the imagery behind that, though.
All right.
You're surrounded
Yeah.
by this thing that you chase your whole life, right? Just piles of money. You're surrounded by all the wealth you could ever want.
Mm-hmm.
But what don't you have? Oxygen.
Yeah.
The life force that you need to survive. You could do, you have all the money in the world,
Yeah.
but you can't buy oxygen.
You can't.
And you die a miserable, horrible, suffocating death,
Mm-hmm.
only to be brought back as a spirit to haunt those that now handle this money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a scary story.
I'm more scared of working on an empty stomach. That's my fear here.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible. I don't want to experience that.
No.
Okay, I'm putting you in a situation.
Yeah.
You're at work
I'm there.
and you're alone.
Yeah.
You're walking around. You just hear a shush.
Okay.
What do you do?
Show yourself.
That's
just what I say.
What if you hear nothing?
I summon you from the depths of hell.
Oh God.
Show yourself to me, god damn it.
Mike works at a Dunkin' Donuts, by the way.
Trying to figure out who's in there eating the donuts.
No, man, I can't do that. I just would not continue to work there. That's it.
I almost think it's comical how afraid you actually are.
Shut
like
up, man.
it feels no, because I'm not like that. So it feels like you're putting it on.
If you guys think,
But I've known you long enough to know that this is a real thing.
it's like people might think that I'm working it up and like
Right.
acting it up a little bit for ratings, you know?
Yeah.
No, man. I'm not joking when I say that I feel a little bit uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit scared to go to sleep later.
I believe it.
I can't wait till Christmas time where we can ask for nice, jolly stories.
That's for when a stranger comes sneaking into your house in the middle of the night
night.
and he has little elves as his slaves.
Luckily, when I go to sleep tonight, my Guy Fieri hair is so spiky that
Who wards off the ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it won't let them come near me.
No.
They'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
come on, that shit hurt.
That
shit hurted.
Some gel in there?
Moco de gorilla? Oh, shit,
Yeah.
that thing, firme hold.
You didn't even feed him, man. Dude.
all my ghosts that haunt this place, by the way, cholos for sure.
Cholos, they're for sure cholos, yeah.
They're just the fallen gang members from Inglewood.
Yeah, from Inglewood.
Well, guys, that was all the stories that we had sent
Yeah,
from our fans. Good stuff.
great stuff.
Thank you for sending those in. And I blame you guys for my night tonight. I did have another idea.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just to keep it on the in the spirit
In the
of Halloween.
spooky realm.
Right. I was just talking about how I'm scared to go to sleep, and this idea is even worse to
Yeah.
me in my mind. I thought, you guys know what a seance is, right?
Everyone knows.
Seance, you try to speak to the other dimension.
Yeah.
As I said that, I'm not even joking. I had a sharp pain in my ribs.
Yeah.
My rib cage. Could be the Taco Bell I had earlier.
It could be
be
that.
that talking, or
Okay.
it's saying don't do a seance
It
right
could
now.
be, or it could be a demon knocking on your door.
Oh boy. Okay, well, I wanted to do a seance.
Yeah, let's do it.
But a specific thing,
Okay.
because I'm already scared as is about people getting their oxygen cut off
Yeah.
and seeing myself in the mirror with makeup running down my face.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to keep it a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can contact me. I have specific things.
Yeah.
And my things are the past versions of myself.
Okay.
I want to contact the old Luis, the Luis that is no longer here today.
Right.
So, if you would permit me to hold your hands in the true,
Okay. Both hands.
it only works with both hands.
Okay.
And this would be a lot better if we had the music
Together
together
as a unified
as
force,
a unified force.
we call upon the spirits. Wait, did you have something planned that you wanted to read, or am I just doing it?
You're just,
Okay.
I think you just got possessed by an actual seance maker. Mike just went cross-eyed and cockeyed. Now one
Hey,
eye.
man, you got cockeyed. My eyes are cockless. We call upon the spirits of the other dimensions, and we ask you if you're willing to show yourself to us.
Time out. You're making it too real. I said I wanted to call upon my past
Okay.
selves. We call upon Skinny Luis from 2012. Skinny Luis, if you're there, because we all know damn well that he's not here right now.
Not here now.
Please just give us a sign. Would you call me a fat fuck in my ear?
Fat fuck.
What? Hey, I see your lips moving, man.
Shit.
You,
Sorry.
you just calling me a fat
I
fuck?
thought you wanted me to call you fat fuck.
Skinny Luis, show yourself. Nothing. I hear nothing. Do you hear anything?
He's dead and gone.
Now we got Flavor Town, Luis.
He's beyond the realm of seance. He's moved over completely.
Also, I do want to say, when I said hold hands, and I know this is partly my fault, he's just grabbing my fingers, man. I've never felt more vulnerable in my life.
I was a jacket on.
But you got a solid grip on just my 2 fingers. And we call forth for Chola Luis. Show yourself.
Show yourself.
Chola Luis, are you here? If you are here, either flicker the candle that we have lit for you, or just say, "What's up, fucker? I'm here and shit. I'm here and shit. You see me? You can't see me because I see you." Don't even play, man.
That wasn't me.
Chola Luis, if you are here, stab me in the chest with that knife that you found that one time.
Why would you
in the parking
summon
lot.
that?
Fuck, you're right.
What if he shows
so
up and
stupid, so
stabs you?
stupid, so stupid. And we're moving on. We call forth Luis, who thought wearing a vest on top of a t-shirt was a good fashion choice. Luis wearing a vest on top of a t-shirt because you thought the Jonas Brothers were cool. Are you here? If you are here, I want to fucking say some shit to you.
Yeah, I got a lot of beef with you.
Choke you out a little bit. Tell you that's a stupid fucking idea. I hope he's not here. I'll kill him. That's all I got to summon.
I don't have much to summon, but I did have a goldfish, and his name was Mr. Green, and I won him at one of those parish fiesta things.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I didn't win him. They gave him to me at the end of the night.
Oh, it was a courtesy. Wait,
Yeah,
end of the night?
like and then it ended the carnival thing.
It just said here, kid.
Yeah, they were passing out
Have
the
a
goldfish. Yeah, and he came in green water. Hence the name Mr. Green.
Okay.
If you're there,
There.
please unflush yourself and show yourself.
Give us a glug, glug, glug.
He lived for a long time,
How goldfish?
like probably like 9 months.
That's too old.
That's too old for goldfish.
That's 9 months too old.
He
for a
died
gold-
of old age,
especially if you're being delivered in green water.
Yeah.
At the end of a night
for sure.
when you're just sitting there the whole time.
Yeah,
And was that a demon or your throat again?
also the throat.
Wait, hold on. Was that Mr. Green?
That's the sign.
That was
the
Mr.
gurgle.
Green. That was him coming back up the toilet.
I would also like to summon forth
Oh yes.
the alternate reality me, the me that joins the Space Force.
What mic is that? Are you here?
That's the parallel universe.
Space Force Mike? Are
Nope.
you here?
I don't think he's here.
If you're here.
I really looked that up. I talked about that, right? I really looked it up to join the Space Force.
Really?
I was ready to join. We're doing a podcast now, just holding hands. But yeah,
Not in hand. You're holding my finger still.
I really looked it up, dude. I was ready to join the Space Force, but they're only taking like Air Force people. You have to be currently in the Air Force.
Fuck that. No.
And I was like, I don't want to join the Air Force for the shot of joining the Space Force. It's just too much risk there.
That's why we're calling upon that mic.
Yeah,
From what, last week? When did you look that up?
that was a couple months ago. I really wanted to join.
He's still freshly gone. So
Yeah,
you know,
he's still gone.
there's got to be a way.
Maybe he's out there somewhere.
There's got to be a way.
He's in space.
Floating around.
Yeah, floating around with his laser rifle.
Probably holding someone's fingers up there.
Yeah, for sure.
We keep talking about it. We're not letting go.
We're not
though.
letting go. I don't know what to make
And when
of
I
this.
say we, you're the one with the grip. I've just submitted myself.
So we call upon these spirits, and as we do that, we break the bond that connects us on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit!
That shot glass just fell over.
Space Force Mike just shot that shot glass over.
All right. Very good.
Very good. What that's the longest we've held anything.
Yeah, I've never held hands longer in my whole life.
I mean, you have been dating the meat for 6 years now, I think.
Yeah. Maybe if you add up the time, maybe.
Well, we're starting to wind down.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything you wanted to add to this spooky episode.
I just got a couple notes.
Sure, let's hear them.
By the time this episode comes out,
Yeah.
I would already have been there.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to Dodger game.
Hey, World Series.
Game 6.
Game 6, baby.
Yeah, I'll be in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're flying out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never been to a playoff game before. So I'm stoked about that. Yeah.
The World Series.
Yeah, and it could be the one where we win it.
Exactly.
They haven't won since 88.
88?
So it's before my lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
That's pretty dope.
Also, one note, you know that actor, Mr. The Muscle Man, Arnold?
Yeah.
Arnold Schwartzy?
Schwartzy. I love Schwartz.
Yeah. That's how I'm going to refer to him now on.
Arnold Schwartzy?
Yeah, because his name is just a little bit, it's just, there's room for error there.
All you need is one mini stroke while reading a scary story.
Yeah.
To really get canceled.
Yeah, for sure. Arnold Schwartzy is what he's going to be known by now.
I'm actually glad you made that point right now, because as you were saying, the muscly man, I'm like, yeah, I think Arnold. Yeah, okay, but Arnold, no more, nothing else.
More than
I know
that.
what you're talking
more
about.
Than that, right?
Yeah.
He's Arnold Schwartzy from now on.
Schwartzy, yeah.
Also, my last note, show that I'm watching, because you know I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, on FX.
I've seen the movie, never the show, but
there's a movie?
The movie came out first, and then they came out with a series after it.
Oh, what?
The movie is fantastic, and I hear the show is just as fantastic.
Oh, the show is great.
But it keeps going.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. No, yeah. I hear nothing but good things, but I just haven't had time for it.
Yeah, you got to get on. It's about vampires.
Vampires?
Vampires.
Vampires.
Yeah, fantastic show.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to finishing that up.
Hell yeah. Dude, you just keep doing the Netflix thing.
Yeah, I just can't stop. It's like an addiction.
Well, all you ghouls and goblins.
Ghouls and goblins.
And
ghosts
werewolves.
And
or just the hairy man.
Mummies. That's just Mexico, dude. They're not werewolves. They're just hairy Mexicans.
Just hairy men with gold rings.
Yeah.
No, I think that's going to do it for today. And like I said, it's witching hour right now. I'm looking at the clock. It's 3:06 in the morning.
Oh.
I almost want to just keep this podcast. This is going to be a 2-hour long podcast now.
I'm leaving straight after this.
Please don't. Dude. Just stick around. Stick around for a while.
Hang out.
I'll show you some of my new recipes.
Oh, I'm
Flavortown.
Get out of here. We got some recipe showing time.
Oh man, I hope I sleep fine today. But I guess that's it. That's it for us. So, of course, we already told you guys where to follow us.
Please
just do that again. Right?
Share us with a friend too. Spread the word. Right?
It's always nice.
Yeah,
it's always nice. I still get texts from friends saying like, "Hey, I got you a new fan. Got you."
Oh, yeah.
It's like they told their coworkers, and now they're listening. So now these are complete strangers to the both of us, you know?
More people to write us reviews.
Exactly.
And get your name shout out. And then show all your friends, and then you're the coolest kid at school.
Yep.
And the coolest worker at the bank, and everything. Maybe the coolest person in Mexico.
Just watch out for the oxygen getting cut off.
Yeah. Well, I think that leaves us with one thing.
What's that?
Our words of wisdom. This is not really words of wisdom. This is just a quote.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Whatever. Light thinks it travels faster than anything, but it is wrong. No matter how fast light travels, it finds the darkness has always got there first and is waiting for it.
Oh boy.
I'll leave you guys with that. Sweet dreams, little kittens.
Nah. I thought I was the pervert.
Guys, that's going to do it for our episode. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you appreciate the costumes. Make sure to check us all out. Guys, it's been a pleasure. And as always, rock on!
And
this podcast is based on a true story.
Multiple true stories.
Yeah, multiple.
That
Very
definitely
true
happened.
stories with multiple witnesses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Rock on, baby.
Flavortown.
Ah.